Hey, 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 happy day, happy day. It happens to be Thursday. So happy Thursday. I wanted to share something this morning. I normally, in the past, I used to do a testimonial Thursday. So I really want to read this. I wrote this thing about a year or two ago and it's about me and how I got here and how I got started. And yeah, so the title of it is when you're in a dark place, it can feel normal because you've been there for so long. When you've been in a dark place, it could feel normal because you've been there so long. Lost and found. That's what I would title my life. Beautiful disaster, lessons turned into blessings. Born to a single mother who raised myself and my twin brother and sister. I learned a lot of things that kept me in cycles of abuse. The most abusive relationship I was in was with myself. You see, I had a tendency to seek what I felt. I didn't receive as a child, which was my father's love. I grew up watching my mom stay in physical abusive relationships, and I watched her get beat helplessly. I tried to help and couldn't. I told myself I would never be in a relationship like that. Well, that didn't go as planned. As a child, we learn by watching, not so much as listening. I found myself in abusive relationships, and I stayed. Growing up, you don't give up on people. So I learned that growing up, you don't give up on people. And sometimes love hurts. I was looking for love. I was looking for my father's love in men. I was in a cycle of dead-end relationships with others, most importantly with myself. The last relationship I was in was complete. I walked away because we no longer wanted the same things. I had to sit with myself, and that was scary. Nevertheless, I did it, and it changed my entire life. I was intentional about changing, and I started seeking information. I made an investment in myself through a program called Elevate, and I met some amazing coaches who transformed my life just by asking me questions. I hooked my caboose to their train, and I've been riding ever since. I became a coach because it was what I needed and didn't even know it. Wherever you are right now, put a comma, not a period. Wherever you are in life right now, put a comma, not a period, because it's not over. The best investment I made was in myself. My life has become unrecognizable. I'm so glad I said yes. This all happened during the pandemic when we were stuck in the house. The best thing that has happened to me, I couldn't run away. I had to sit with myself. The day I found myself was the day I met the real me. The day God reintroduced me back to me, because I didn't know who I was. I was throwing myself in relationships. And so those relationships were beautiful distractions from me. And the cycle kept going. It kept going on over and over again. They would never work out. They wouldn't work. They didn't work out because I didn't know who I was. I did not know who I was. And here I am trying to be in relationship with other people, trying to fix and save and rescue them. And I didn't know I was me. I didn't know who I was. So every relationship always ended in disaster, right? And a lot of times I would end the relationship because I did not want to be the one that was being left due to my rejection issues as a child. So until we address these things, they'll keep showing up. Those triggers are an invitation for an investigation. Somebody said something the other day that was like, I wish I could just heal and not have the triggers. Like, the triggers are like a check engine light. So the only way you know there's an issue is because of the trigger. The triggers are going to come, and they're going to keep coming until you address those things. Those relationships were never going to work because I had never done my work. I didn't know who I was. I thought that my purpose was to be somebody's girlfriend, to be somebody's wife, right? Or to act like I was their wife, to give them all the wifely duties, do all the wifely duties, and they get all the wifely benefit, the husband benefits. And it just never worked. It didn't work. So I had to take that. Look at here, the pandemic set us all down. And during that time, Before leading up to the pandemic, I had started watching motivational videos, and they were just, oh man, they were just blowing my mind. And then during the pandemic, I saw Lisa Nichols, and I was like, oh my God, I've been watching her videos. Like, that's me. She's talking to me. And she had a live event, and I was attending that free live event. Then she had another event. It was like $97. I said, you can't beat that. $97, you can't beat that. Got in there, and my entire life changed. It was like a weekend. It was a weekend. It was like from like that Friday, or either that Saturday to that Sunday. And I made another investment, a very uncomfortable investment, if I say so myself. I made a very uncomfortable investment. And it felt weird to me. I didn't have anybody else I could talk to about this, because people that around me weren't doing things like this. They weren't making investments in themselves. They weren't doing that, right? And I when I say I made an investment, it was scary. It was scary and uncomfortable. Nevertheless, I do not regret it, because it changed my entire life. I began to meet so many people I have met, I'm still associated with. It's like we all in the same circle. We see each other in different rooms, and everybody's out here doing their thing. I met some amazing ladies, and we meet every Monday. That's my accountability team. We meet every Monday, and we help each other. We pour into each other. And it has, man, you can't do this life by yourself. You can only get yourself as far as you can by yourself. And then you need some help. You need support. Community matters. I am so grateful for the communities that I am in. Oh my God. Once you make that investment in yourself, it becomes an addiction. For me, it became a healthy addiction. I'm addicted to the betterment of me. I'm addicted to bettering my life. I'm addicted to investing in myself, because I am worth the investment. What you see today is a result of investments in personal development, investments in growth, investment in coaching, investments in counseling, right? And if you're a coach and you don't have a coach, that's a disservice. That's a disservice, because we need people too, right? We need each other. A coach can get you to a place, can take you to a place inside of yourself you can't go by yourself. A lot of times, people out here trying to do this thing alone, and they're struggling and they're suffering. You got to have somebody to talk to, right? You need somebody to talk to, because you only know what you know. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. I don't try to know everything. I'm a teacher as well as a student. And I know when to be a student, and I know when I'm a teacher, right? I know I can discern these things. So I just wanted to share that, felt led to share that about myself this morning. For those who are new followers, for those who may have never heard this, because I used to tell this story all the time, and it's like, yeah, I'm beyond that story now. I can tell other stories. I can teach. I can help other people who may be in situations that they just and it's not even about the other person. I made it about the other person in the beginning because I was hurt and I was bitter and I was angry. As I healed, I recognized that it was me the whole time, because I made choices. I picked these people, so I can't continue to blame the people that I pick. I just got to make sure that I pick better. In order for me to pick better, I got to be better. I got to do my work. I had to do my internal work, right? So that's all I got this morning. Hope this was helpful. I want to close out just the way I started. When you're in a dark place, it can feel normal because you've been there for so long. And whatever you are right now, put a comma and not a period. That's all. Have an amazing day on purpose and stay in peace.